Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xcentauri here and welcome back to another video. Hope all of you are doing well because I am as always, and in this video we're here to talk about live weather coming to Infinite Flight. Now before we get too far into the video, I'd just like to make sure you're all fully aware this has not been confirmed and there is no guarantee of this at all, okay? But however, it has been mentioned previously by the moderation team and the Infinite Flight development team, and there are some interesting stuff to hear about this. So it's definitely worth listening to. So if you are new here as well, and this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing great. But feel free to like and subscribe because again, we are growing very quickly. But you know, I am currently moving into my uni accommodation as well, guys. Starting my second year. So I may not be replying to all the comments as usual because I'll probably be in the middle of unpacking in my room, which would be a mess. But yeah. Other than that, let's get this plane in the air and then let's talk weather. So we're going to go at 140 knots. Okay, we can rotate about 160, so definitely at our V1 speed now. And let's push that rotation now. There we go. Brilliant takeoff. And let's set that and let's get up to 3,000 feet. That's brilliant. That was a really low vertical speed. So live weather has been something that people have been requesting to come to Infinite Flight for a little while now. Definitely since before global. I was looking on the Infinite Flight community earlier and I saw someone put a comment out saying, oh, with the global update coming, it'd be really cool if we could get live weather, which I thought was a cool point until I realised global came out years ago. I mean, global came out during my first year of playing the Infinite Flight simulator. I remember the update and it was incredible. So we're going to make a little right turn here now. So there are many cool things to come with weather. Now, many of you know the competing apps for Infinite Flight. So we've got X-Plane Mobile. You'll probably be very aware that X-Plane Mobile does have live weather, I believe. It's got snow, rain, all types of precipitation on that. However, it's not as good as Infinite Flight. I'm going to say that out there. I don't know if it's as good as Infinite Flight. The community definitely isn't, I feel like. But who knows, who knows. So yeah, live weather is something that we're all definitely after. Now, if you are, of course, a little enthusiast, and we are, why are we going so fast? As you are interested in weather, it's definitely a possibility for the flight simulator in the upcoming future. I feel like we can definitely see it on its way soon. Now, the main issue with weather is for Infinite Flight to introduce us to weather, they would have to rework the entire weather system pretty much from the beginning. And they probably have to go through it all, and this would be an enormous task. This would probably be one of the biggest tasks the team would ever have to do, especially if they're trying to make it realistic. I feel like before that as well, they'd have to release, 3D clouds, get the big, Columbus clouds and everything in. So there would be a lot of work to be done here by the amazing development team, which put a lot of time and effort into this. However, obviously with the Project Metal, which has been going on for a few years, no idea what's going on with that right now. But, with that, it would be much more plausible than it was a good few years ago, which means it'd be easier for them to do. And, it's definitely something we can see coming here, hopefully. Now, do I think we will get live weather soon on Infinite Flight? No, not at all. I don't see it coming to your simulator, unfortunately, guys, for at least another 5 years. It's a big time frame. I don't see it coming. But what we do right now have is fog. So you guys would have seen me enable the fog, which of course you can change. It's just your visibility, really. We can put it down to 100 meters and you literally can't see anything below you. But we'll put it back on a couple kilometers. I think I had it on 3k. So 3 kilometers visibility is not too shabby, and we can make another right turn towards that airport because we're going to buster the bread as we always do in these great videos. So we're just going to go right a little bit more so we can cross over with that. And we can begin our descent as well for our landing. So with live weather, what would come now? I think a really cool addition would be storms. You'd be getting lightning and thunder. I think that'd be really cool, because I've seen some really cool videos with that. And another thing which I saw was the weather and terrain reader. So it pops up on the screen. I want to say it's this one here. And you get the little green, red and yellow circles. And I will put a screenshot onto the video right now, because some guy called Pilot Dave on the Infinite Flight community put on this screenshot. Now I don't know whether it is from Infinite Flight or another flight simulator. I believe it's from another flight simulator, but it would be a cool addition I think it'd definitely be worthwhile. But obviously with our current cirrus clouds that I've also put on for display, it wouldn't really be incredibly feasible to be coming to infinite flight that, and I don't really think the development team would work on something like that yet. I don't see how that should be a priority, especially with some of the other features which are currently being worked on. And I think aircraft development should be a priority, in my opinion. I think it's much more important. I'm more than happy with the scenery we currently have in the simulator. I mean, while it is dodgy at some patches in the world, I'm more than happy with what we currently have. So you guys let me know what you think with that statement. But we're obviously going to have a lovely smooth landing as always at our airport. And as you guys might be able to tell, I've switched up in videos and I've started flying in Rio, which is a good fun place to be. So yeah, these weather data radar things would be incredible. Now, there are many other features which live weather will enable us to bring. So with live weather, we'd obviously get those more realistic storms and everything. However, I think also a major issue is like mobile phones are nowhere near as good as computers. You can't be comparing Infinite Flight to Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane 11 or 12, whatever they're on now, or I've forgotten the name of the other popular one on PCs. But you know, you can't really be comparing Infinite Flight to them. If Infinite Flight was a online flight simulator, I would understand it, and I would say fair enough, compare it. But I think for mobile flight simulators, it's an incredible flight simulator, and you know, I've never really had too many problems with it. So I don't see why there is much room for anyone to be complaining about the weather we have right now. I mean, as you can see, with the 3 kilometer visibility I've enabled, it's going to make our landing a lot harder here in this video here today. And this is just a prime example of, you know, it's content, it's good, it's very acceptable for the mobile flight simulator. And look at the aircraft. The quality of the aircraft here is incredible. It's one of the best we've got. And even the cockpit's pretty good, other than, you know, the iOS not available here on these screens. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I don't think they work, which is a little bit, you know, it's a bit of a shame. But again, I'm not going to complain about that. I'm more than happy with what the current experience is able to offer. So hopefully we can make our final turning here now in towards this airport. Oh, we don't want to go there though, that's going to mess our altitude up. So let me know down below what you guys are all thinking about live weather in Infinite Flight. Let me know if you think we will or won't see it. Personally, we will see it, but just not for another like 5 years or something ridiculous. It's not going to come for a very long time. And we sort of cheated, and I've used times 5 on the speed, but I'm going to have to disconnect autopilot and completely bank angle this aircraft. So I'm going to bring down our gear a little bit more, and our flaps, and our speed is in our control. This is going to be an awful landing. I have no idea where the runway is. Again, another proof that the weather in Infinite Flight is fairly content, and there is no issue with it in my you know, professional, incredible opinion. So yeah. So I believe I see the airport off to our left. I see some buildings, and there should be a runway glow at me in just a little second. I have visual on the runway. I don't know if you guys, if anyone spotted the runway before me, let me know. But I've spotted the runway. Bring down our flaps to full. And let's try and align ourselves with this, because again, it's going to be very, very hard. So there it is, right there. It's a bit interesting how the lights aren't on, and the landing lights on the runway, or I hope ours are on. And how the runway lights aren't actually on sort of in the storms. But obviously Infinite Flight has gone through many cool additions. So let's butter this bread. Come on, we've got this in the bag. I saw as well the other day some of the other flight simulators did have storms, like I mentioned a couple minutes ago, and they did look pretty cool. However, the quality on them didn't look that good, and Infinite Flight have a habit for when they add something, it's definitely quality over quantity. This simulator has said that for years. They are quality over quantity, and they always have been all the time I've known them. I don't think I've ever seen an aircraft that's really been bad. I mean, there obviously are some current aircraft in the simulator that you look at and go, that is hideous. But obviously that's because they're from like 2012. They're from, you know, decade ago. And obviously mobile devices have developed to become much better since then. So if you guys did enjoy the video, or you found any of it, you know, mildly helpful, towards anything of this, yeah, let me know down below. But other than that, weather will not be coming, not has been confirmed, but it's a great thing to discuss, and hopefully we get in the future. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Good night.